Hi, welcome to Coffee Talk. I'm Kelley Knitz, and this is Justin Kellogg of Sterling Home Builders. And today we're going to talk about the foundation of your home, whether it be a crawl space or a basement, partial or full. But I'm going to ask Justin some questions about foundations to hopefully help answer any questions you might have about a foundation. So, when people are building a home, I guess, they decide whether they want to do a basement or a crawl. Most of the reason behind that is because the cost of a basement is so much more. Am I correct?
Yeah, there's quite a bit of additional cost to a basement, having to pour the slab, and when you do a basement, you really want to make sure that there's not going to be any problem with water getting into the basement. So I generally put two sump pumps in and primary backup. And when I do a basement, I do a full waterproofing, and I use a special product that stays flexible. So if there is any movement anywhere, it'll flex to any possible crackage or anything that may cause a leak, just to prohibit that.
Sometimes I have, I talk to a lot of people, but a lot of times people bring their parents, and we're looking at houses, and some, especially of the older generation, they prefer a black foundation over a poured foundation, and they're pretty stubborn about it too. So I'm just curious as to why they would want a black foundation, or what you probably prefer poured foundation, right?
Yes, all I'll do is poured foundations. Reason why is the pounds per square inch of pressure that a poured foundation is far higher than a black foundation, and it's much easier once you seal it. There's just a lot fewer problems that can happen down the road, and say when you're backfilling your basement, if it's not shored up just perfect with the block, you can have cave-ins, and it's just asking for a lot of problems down the road.
Well, I know out in this area we have a lot of clay soil around, and it's a lot of pressure to put up against the foundation wall when the ground changes, it freezes and then thaws out and all of that. And
I do try to put minimum of 4 foot of stone around to keep problems from happening, but you're right. With the severe climate change in this area and the constant thawing and freezing and flexing of the land, the foundations do take a lot of pressure.
so the first part of the foundation when you're pouring a basement is to set the footers.
Yes.
And so I take it as like the mold to
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the basement.
You dig the hole and, of course, get your footer set all the way around. And then as soon as that's done, then you can start setting mold panels.
Ah. Just out of curiosity, I mean, do you use how do you keep people, like, after you leave the work site for the day? You got kids in the neighborhood, who are running around, and how do you keep them out of, the danger from ending up in your...
Depending on the area that we build in, if need be, I'll put some stakes up and put caution tape around the house and the hole, and make sure, safety hazards, no one falls into it,
Right.
or something like that.
So once the concrete is poured, how long does it take to set?
It generally, it's a two-part question, really. The cure time to be able to move on with construction is, I'd say, 2 to 3 days before you want to backfill. The actual cure time is closer to 30 to 60 days for the concrete to fully cure. But as far as home building and moving forward with the process, you want to give it a good 2 3 days.
So is there something that you do different with the foundation if somebody wants to have a brick home versus just a regular stick-built home without brick? Do you do something extra to the foundation?
Yeah, that requires a brick ledge, and what they do is inside the panels, they, if you want a 8-inch or a 12 or 16-inch brick ledge, the foundation crew just puts block of wood or whatever they have built up for that particular product that we want, and then that gives you a nice 4-inch ledge to set your brick on.
Okay. Well, I think that covers, setting a foundation. So thank you for joining us for this segment, and we're going to be having more segments about home building available for you. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, that'd be great, and then you could be notified of new videos that become available. Well, thank you for joining Coffee Talk today.